Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to make one of these little folios. Now this one, I haven't completely finished decorating the outside, but I can show you the inside. Got my stuff cut out to put on there. This is a little folio. It's a pocket folio. You've got a pocket here with a card in it, and then on the back, journaling space. A pocket here with a card in it, and on the back, journaling space, or you can write a sentiment to someone. You can use this as a card. And then here you've got little pockets. I haven't put my strings in there yet. You've got pockets up here, pocket here, and then you've got little tuck spots right here. And I just stuck some tags in there so that you could see how they worked. So that's, you've got all of these pockets. Let's see, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pockets inside this. And then it closes up just with a piece of ribbon. And you can wrap the ribbon around any way that you want. You can wrap it one way and one the other and tie it, just whatever you want to do. And I've just used a gold ribbon to do this. Like I said, I haven't got this one decorated yet. I've got all my supplies cut out right here, but we'll decorate that one in a minute. I just want to show you how this goes together. It's really, really simple. Now, that one I used just a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and it makes a 6 by 6 folio. This one I cut down to 10 by 12, and we're going to try this one to see what size this one's going to end up and how it's going to look. And all I do is fold it in the center right there, and then just pinch that on the end. And then fold down here and pinch that right there, just so that you have a little fold spot, a spot where you know where to fold up to. And I'm just going to draw a little line right there and a little line right there. So then you're going to take this side and you're going to fold it over to that line that you put on there where you made your center fold, just like that. Just make sure that it comes even on the ends. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and match this up, and then just make sure that my fold is straight. And you can do this in your scoreboard if you want to. You can put it back in your scoreboard and score it at, I think it would be 2.5. Let's see. Yeah, 2.5. Or you can just do it like this. We're just going to do it the quick way. Okay. So then you've got both of those folded up. Just kind of make sure that they meet in the center right there. If they don't, just kind of adjust. That's what you want. Okay, and then all we're doing is just burnishing our score lines really well. Okay, now what you want to do is just take a piece of tape. You can use, I'm just going to use some washi tape. Use whatever tape that you want. And you're just going to put the washi tape just a little bit in the center right there. Leave a little bit hanging off, like that. And then you're just going to fold this piece over and lay it down to it. So we're kind of making a little cylinder, like. Okay. Then you're going to come down here to the end. And I just kind of put my fingernail in that corner. And you're going to fold this one up, like that. Then again, put your fingernail in that corner. Fold that one up. Just like that. Go ahead and burnish so that those will lay down really well. So see, we've got those folded up. And then you're going to do this side the same way. Now you can do this with cardstock. You can do this with an old book page, music sheets, pamphlets. I saw somebody do it with a recipe card. You can do this with just about anything that you want to, and you can make these any size that you want. So that's what we have right there. These two sides folded up. Now, if you want to ink, you can go ahead and ink now. I'm going to ink mine real lightly, and I will do that off camera so that you don't have to watch me. But you don't have to ink. That's not something that's necessary. Okay, there we go. We've got that done. Now, just decide which one you want to be the front side looking up. This is actually right side up if I do it this way. But then these inside pieces are upside down. So I think I'm actually going to do this way. These roses you won't be able to tell. And that writing is kind of sketchy anyway. So I think I'm going to do mine this way. That way I'll put my pockets down here. So now what you need to do is fold it over and find your center, which should be 6 if your sheet is exactly 12 inches. And you want to fold this and make a crease. Okay. Alright, so you have found the center. Now this is where it's going to fold. So you're not going to put when you start to put your pockets down, you're going to make sure that you avoid that center right there. So let's make some pockets for this side and this side. Now if you've got a little bit still gaping open right there, you can go back in there and put some washi on that. Your pocket's going to cover it, but that's just in case you want to close it all up real well. So I'm going to put just a little piece on the inside there to just kind of close that up. There we go. And we'll put a little piece down here. Okay, now your pockets are going to be 3 1/4 inches wide. And that's for this size paper. You just match it up to whatever paper that you're using. You don't have to use the 12 by 12 like I am. So then I'm just going to mark up. I want my pocket to stop about right there. So I'm just marked a little spot where I want my pocket to stop. And we're going to cut that off. And then we want to make 2 of these, one for each side. So there again, I'm just going to mark this by using the other one. This is our quick and fast measuring. There we go, we've got 2 of those. And then we want some little short pockets to go on top of those. So we probably want to just split this one in half. I'm just going to mark a little spot right there. And make sure that both of them are the same. There we go. Okay, so we've got this pocket. It's going to go down here, and I start it flush with the bottom. And then this one, see which way's up. It's going to go over here, and see I'm avoiding that centerpiece where it's going to fold. And then this one's going to go on top of that one. This one's going to go on top of that one, like that right there. So I'm going to ink around these and punch my little hole in the top, my little pull hole, and then we'll come back and make our tags to go in each end. Okay, we have our pockets, and now all we're going to do is glue these down. And I'll tell you the height of this pocket, but like I said, it all depends on what you're going to use to do this with. No matter what you use or what size paper you start out with, you're going to do the folding and everything the same way. So you would just measure your pockets out according to the size of your paper. Right, so there we go. There's our first pocket. And I inked them quite a bit just so that you could see that that is a pocket. You could distinguish it. I'm using the same paper from the same collection, so it kind of blends in. There is the other. making sure that I got those somewhere near straight. Then you're going to put glue just on the bottom and up the sides. You're going to put it down on this side. And I try to space them about the same distance apart as I did over here. Then I'm going to pull that one up. It looks a little crooked. And it goes right on top of that one. So you're going to have a long pocket and a short pocket. Just like that. Looks like I got this pocket a little crooked. Let's see. Oh, well, we're not going to worry about it. You can get your pocket straight. I'm not going to worry about that one. And now you can make your tags to go in either end and then here and here. But first, I'm going to glue just this little part right here. So just run your glue right down this part and glue that down. That way you still have a little tuck spot right there. If you want to put a little tag in there or a little flower, these would be really good for swaps, or if you want to send some happy mail to somebody. You've got lots of places to put everything. So just run it down through there. Just like that. So there is that. Alright, before we make our tags, we need to put a little flap on it, a little closure. So let's get a piece of this paper. And this is how I'm going to measure. I'm just going to hold it up here and measure it like this. I'm not going to stress over what size it needs to be and all of that. I'm going to start out maybe a little big, and then I may have to cut it down. And I'm not going to make mine very long, because it doesn't need to be. Let's see, let's just do it 3 inches. That looks like a good length. Okay, now I want, this is from the same paper collection, so I want to make sure. I think I want this for the front side, but I want it to go in like this, because I want this to fold over to the front side. So I'm going to put a little 1/2 inch score line right there. So 1/2 inch. Okay, then we're going to run some glue down through here. And then you're just going to slide that right in there. And then I flip it up like this and just make sure that everything is centered up and that my little score line comes right at the end of this paper. You don't want it to go over your score line. So then press it down. Oops. Mine slid a little bit, so let's press it down there. That's good. There we go. Now you can cut this like a tag, or you can round the corners off, whatever you want. I'm going to round mine off. I'm going to use my 1/2 inch corner rounder. And if you hear sawing, yes, my husband is working out in the shop. He's building some piece of furniture for my daughter, for Melina. So her birthday is tomorrow. So he's out there working on that. So it's hard for me to space my filming in between his sawing. So I hope it doesn't disturb anybody too bad. Alright, so that will be our closure right there. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and put an eyelet in here so that we'll have something to put our ribbon through. And I'm just going to use one of these gold ones that kind of matches the paper. Hope that doesn't fall off. I've got that hanging just right on the edge. Okay, we need our large hole punch, and I'm going to eyeball the center. I'm not going to measure it. I measured the other one, but this one I'm not going to even measure. Just going to eyeball it and hope that I get it close. That looks good, maybe. Then we'll put our eyelet in there. And then, there we go. Whoops, let me do that one more time. Okay, so there we go. We've got our eyelet in there. And now that's the way it closes. All right, we'll go ahead and make our tags to put in these. Now this tag is going to need to be 4, let's say 4 5/8, and then we can make it as long as 5 1/2. So it'll depend on how much paper I have here as to how long I'll make it, but I know I'm going to make them 4 5/8. So let's just go ahead and cut the 4 5/8 part. Let's see what we've got here. Well, that's not big enough. 4 5/8. Right there. Okay. And then I've got 9, so we're going to make them 4 1/2. They don't have to be as long as your pocket. And then these little ones need to be, let's see, I'm just going to make them 2 3/4. And then this one can only be about 1 1/2 inches. This one can be 4 inches. Okay. So let's cut the 2 3/4 first. And you can use any paper, just go ahead, make sure that you back it. I'm going to back this side with some solid paper so that I will have something to write on. And I'll send these out for Happy Mail. And these should go in like a 6 by 6 envelope with no problem at all. Okay, cut 2 of them at 4, and then 2 of them at 2 maybe. Let's see what we've got left. That one might be okay. All right, we're going to go with that. Now I'm just roughly cutting mine. You could be a lot more precise than what I'm going to be. And I probably won't even put the backing on mine right now on camera. I may wait until we get off camera. So see, there's the pocket for that one. There's the tag for that pocket, I should say. There is the tag for that pocket. Let's see if these fit. I may have to run my bone folder in there. Because these are flat pockets, and sometimes you just have to run your bone folder in to kind of open them up a little bit. All right, there is that one. There's that one. That one. And then this one. So there are all of our tags in. Now I'm going to make just some little pulls for these, and I'm just going to use my little one. This is a 1-inch circle punch, and that's all I'm going to do is punch a couple of those circles. And then I'm not going to make excuse me, So then I'm just going to fold the circles in half. And you'll have to excuse my voice. I'm having so many allergy problems. My voice is just about gone today. I've got a sea salt candle burning. Hopefully that's going to help some. Alright, then you can ink around these too if you'd like. I'm just going to ink the part that's going to show right now. And then I just take this little circle, and hopefully my glue is not stopped up. There we go. And then you just put it right here at the top. And just kind of center it up. Let's see. That looks about right there. You don't want a tab that's going to stick out real far, because this is going to need to, your flap's still going to need to close. So there we go, we've got that one on. Then we can put this one on. Like that. Let's see, we didn't do any inking on that. Put a little bit of ink on it. Okay, then we're going to slide that back down in there. There we go. And then with these, what I'm going to do is cut them like a tag. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off right here. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to move it over to this side. Like that. And then we'll punch a hole in these. There we go. And then I'll get these small ones here, and I'm going to do those the same way. And I'm just going to cut a little corner off. And I didn't even hold those together and measure, I just clipped them. And then we'll put a little hole in here. And I am going to ink these just a little bit, just so it'll show that they've got tags down in there. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit of this white string that I have. And we're just going to put a little piece in the top here. Alright, so there are all of our tabs and tickets in there. And we've got string on all of them. So I'll hold that up so you can see it. And then we can, now you can go ahead and put other little decorations in here if you want. You can put your little tickets in the sides here. Let me show you. Let me grab something. So you've got little space there to put little things, little tuck spots. And then we're going to fold this over, just like that. And I like to just give it another burnish. Okay. And then you can run your ribbon through here. Whoops, that's not the ribbon I need. I need this ribbon. And I'm just going to run so you can put your ribbon through there like that, and then you can run it around, and you can tie it back here at the front if you want to. I'm just going to cut that off right there. We'll tie that in a minute. So we've got our ribbon hooked on. And now I want to do a little bit of decorating on the front. And I may just use these cutouts that I've already got. Let me see. See what I want. I did print off some of these floral pieces, and these are from the Graphic Fairy. These are public domain images, so you can use them for your projects. And I love this cabbage rose right here. I think I'm going to cut that out and use that. And I just printed these off on regular copy paper because I'm going to glue them straight down. And you could tear around the edges of these to make it look a little bit more interesting if you wanted to. Okay, I am going to ink around this because I basically cut all of that distressed off. Now, most of these floral images that I have printed off here are, they're like from the 1800s. They were actually taken in the 1800s. So we're going to put that right there, like that. I'm going to sit this on there till I find what else I want to use. Now, I do have a couple of extra pieces of this cut out. I don't know if I want to use it or not. Let's see. I think it's actually going to be kind of covered up no matter where I put it. So I think I'm going to leave that off because my flower has the leaves already on there. So I think I'm just going to leave that off. But I do want to put something else on there. So let me see what. Let's just grab a little butterfly from this paper collection and I'll cut it out. I'll fussy cut this little butterfly right here. It's got the gold in it. It's not necessarily the same color gold, but it's got the gold in it. Okay, I've just grabbed a few little pieces out of my stash, out of my ephemera folder actually. This is an old music page, a French music page that I printed off. That came from the Graphic Fairy as well. And I'm going to put that down. My little grandbaby bent my pen so it won't stay where it needs to be. That's okay though, because she was making me a card, so I don't mind. I can get another. Alright, I'm just going to fold that up and I'm just putting some dark ink on that. And then this flower is going to go right there. And I am using my art glitter glue. You could use your glue stick if you wanted to. Put that right there. And then I have this little tag from the Tim Holtz little snippets that I have. I'm going to put that right down there at the bottom of that flower. Then I have my little butterfly that I cut out. We're going to put it up here as if it is flying away from that flower there. It's already got its fill and it's flying away. I also have this little tea card that I cut out of the paper collection, and I think I'm just going to, I know when I close that up that's going to be covered, but I think I might just put that little tea card just like that. And then when they start to open it up, they can see it. So that it'll be covered when it's closed, but they'll be able to see it when they open it up. So I like that. And then I've got a Tracy Fox label, and this just says horticulture. I think I actually used one of those the other day, and I'm going to put it right down here. Just kind of explains that I love using any kind of items that come out of a garden or garden spaces like that. I love florals and vines and all of that. So there we go. We've got that. And then of course we have to put a few little pieces of bling on here. Let's see. Ooh, that goes pretty with that red flower. So let's just try to, let's Put a few pieces of this on here. I think I'll put one of those right there. Then I may just put the little ones somewhere. I'm not going to put too many on here. Right there. And then one more. There we go. So I think that's cute. Now let's tie it. Now I think I'm just going to run this ribbon around like this and then bring it back around, and trying to decide how I want to tie it. I can run it under there and then tie a bow like that. I think I can do that. Let's make sure that we can. I don't know if I left enough to tie a bow. Oh no, maybe. Just enough to tie a little bow. So there we go. There is one of them. And then we're going to go ahead and finish this one. It's made the same way. I've got my tickets and tags and everything inside there, except this one I left the sheet of paper 12 by 12 and did my folding like that. And then we're just going to do a little bit of decorating on the front. I'm going to use this flower. This is also from the Graphic Fairy. I'm going to use this huge butterfly. I like that. I think it's pretty. I'm going to ink that white on the butterfly just to keep the white edges from showing. And I don't care if the butterfly kind of hangs off. That's fine with me. Okay, then I have this again, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. Let's see. You could run that under there. That might work. Fold that over. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. May have to... There we go. Let's run it like that. We'll put our butterfly on up here. So let's go ahead and put these down. I'm going to go ahead and glue on this. And then I'm just going to lay this over top like that. There we go. Let's put a little glue down here and tuck that little tail up so we won't have to cut him off. There we go. And then I know this is a really big butterfly, but it's really pretty, so I'm going to put it up there. Doesn't really matter if you got oversized or not. If it makes you happy, that's what matters. Okay, then I just cut out some words, and it says, do all things with love. So I think I'm just going to put those down here. And it was just one complete sentence, and I actually cut it apart. There we go. So we got that. That is that one made. And then same thing, you can run your ribbon around, and then you can just run one of them under. And then it should tie in a pretty bow. There you go, and we're going to trim this off just a little bit. I don't need all of that. There we go. So there's our bow on that one. And of course you can slide the bow back or forth, or put it way on over here if you want to. If you don't want your flower to be covered up, you can always put your bow on this side, tie it over there. And let's see, I'm not sure if I want any bling on this one or not. Can y'all believe that? I may actually just leave this one like it is because it's got all this sparkle in here. I am going to kind of tie this bow back over on this side because I want all of my flower to show that wheel. So I'm just going to tie the bow down here. There we go. Now our flower is still visible and everything on the front. Isn't that cute? You could put these in an envelope and send them as a card, or you could include these in some happy mail. They're really cute, easy to make, and a good way to use up all of that paper that you've got laying around like I do that we need to use and put to good use. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell when that bell pops up if you want to be notified when we put up new videos. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.